I'm sure you're aware of this new bill in California that's poised to become law. Have you read about it? It's basically doctors who give misinformation to patients or spread misinformation about the vaccines and other COVID-related matters are subject to discipline by the state medical boards. I mean, this is insane.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
misinformation is defined as anything that departs from the scientific consensus. Okay, what's the scientific consensus? Who decides what that is? And not to mention, I mean, the idea that there was a consensus that lockdowns, masks, and vaccine mandates were a good idea is a false one. It was, as we know, people who dissented were silenced and shamed. And, Anthony Fauci got to just have the country think that his view was the only one.
Yeah. That's fascinating. As I mean, we've all been through the healthcare system. We've visited doctors, and if you've ever had a serious health issue, you will learn that there is no absolute right thing to do
No.
in order to treat something. And they have these things called they're basically murder boards, but they'll get together before surgery with the smartest people in the hospital, and maybe they bring in outside guys, and they're like, how do we deal with this? What should we do? And you could take one path and do X. And I'm speaking specifically of a personal experience. Some smart doctor decided not to treat me with a certain chemotherapy drug, and this was 20 years ago, so a long time ago. But it would have permanently decapacitated my ability to live life. But it was a bet. Like, he's like, we're going to go this way because he's young.
Yeah.
But if I'd been 70, they might have said, you know what, we better be extra careful and give him that too.
Yeah.
So the idea, I guess I read about this California thing, but the idea is just, it's dangerous. It's gonna cost lives.
Extremely. And it's also, I mean, it's medically unethical because doctors have an obligation to give what they think is the best advice to their patients, and they're restrained from doing that now. And this, speaking of a chilling effect, this of course will have a massive chilling effect because doctors will be, well, I don't know, maybe someone can report me for this, so maybe I should just not say that. I don't understand. It really enrages me. I really don't understand where these people come from. I don't understand how they get elected. This bill was proposed by a doctor. I don't know how you get through med school if the critical thinking abilities are so limited.
Well, it's I'm starting, and I do highly recommend you watch the show with Jay Bhattacharya, and I recommend everybody to rewatch it if you already watched it, because there was so much in there in terms of my struggle over the last 3 years to basically figure out what the hell are we doing here, because it's so out of the realm of what I expected in this, and one of the things that you start to realize is that this isn't really about dealing with a pandemic. It's about a worldview that wants to establish kind of an elite set of people, probably mostly in government, that get to dictate from the top down what's true and false, what's the right path and the wrong path, and it's sort of a technocratic authoritarianism.